in the game, we were able to get the humans and the elites to work together against the Covenant. And in this, we can't get the humans to cooperate with each other to stop the Covenant.
Yeah.
John Halo grievously wounds many humans in season 2. He fights a lot of humans.
Yeah.
There should be a whole section.
He probably
there needs to
kills
be a
more
section
humans.
on Master Chief's insanity.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, we'll be talking about characters like in a greater capacity.
Give a bit of like an addition to why I just played that scene from Halo Wars. I actually quite like it. I don't think it's great, but I think it's fun in terms of
It was all right, but it was neat.
How a battle has a back and forth, like the counters to each other's moves is kind of the main thing I would go for. We haven't gotten the ultimate Master Cheeks versus good old Mr. Mandibles just yet. We'll talk about that at the end of the season. But this, as a sort of first round where he just got shot, it's so crap. Like, it's
Yep.
And I'm fond of this screenshot.
He's
that I've
vulnerable
bumped
without his
into.
armor, and that teaches him that he is a different person than the Master Chief.
That's right, and that's what we learn over the course of many, many episodes.
It's beautiful, and you guys just don't get it.
You know,
You're right. I don't fucking get it. Someone explain to me this madness, because I actually don't understand.
I will say it is pretty funny to think about how much we can talk about all of this when in the first half of the season, a good amount of time is dedicated to the rip-off Expanse subplot.
Oh my god, it is. It is. Some of you might be, and we apologize. It wasn't our intention. Some of you might be misled by some of the footage we've been playing, where there's action and shooting and blind people blowing up rays, and you might be thinking, "Oh, what an action-packed, what an adventurous."
Yeah, we've gone through about 40% of the action, so.
That's base,
show.
Unironically, this is about half of the action in the whole season. The vast majority of the crap in this terrible TV show is awful human Expanse drama. So, sorry,
Well,
just want to.
Yeah, it's prominent in the first 3 episodes. There is, I want to say, like at least 30% of the time is dedicated to Soren and his wife and like Quan and their storyline. That is completely disconnected from the main plot of the show. Completely disconnected. It's dealing with like the squabbles of people on a space station called the Rubble that we saw in season 1 that actually like has no connection to what's going on in the broader Human Covenant war, and it's mainly cringe. You gotta show the scene of the woman with the top.
It's mainly
hat.
cringe.
You gotta
true,
get
though.
it.
Which
You
scene
gotta show
after?
the woman. In episode 1, it's the first scene on the Rubble where they introduce like the plot of Soren looking for Halsey, and there's like a woman with a top hat who like punches a dude and then gets on top of him and rides him like he's a donkey or something.
Oh wait, is that season 1?
That's the first episode.
That's the first episode
in
of
season 2.
Yeah, season 2.
Man,
Yeah, that was this season.
I'm
through.
close, I think, yeah.
Yeah, you getting a brain blast.
It was like
You
the
gotta-
slave market on the asteroid, yeah.
That's right, because
Halo.
Well, that's the thing, yeah.
This is something that exists in the setting. It's completely butchered how they're doing it, and
Yeah, there you go. There it is.
so it's just pointless. Like,
But
Why
why?
are we
It's that
seeing
that
this?
Ryan Reynolds clip from one of the Harold and Kumar
Yes.
movies. But why? But
Look at
why?
that. It's just embarrassing.
Welcome to Halo. You're like,
Halo's
what?
good, man. This was one of my favorite. This is
now play
one of
the
my favorite
games.
levels. Yeah.
It's it
I like this
really
level.
like I don't want to talk about it for too long, but like it seriously is like not a small part of this season is this Expanse subplot dealing with like Soren being betrayed by his crew and then his wife, who is a very bizarre actress.
Weird
She's
character.
really weird. There's some very weird
her
line
sanity
delivery.
is
She
tied to
looks
her wig.
weird and she has weird expressions and
You gotta I know I'm just making you jump around, but there's in episode 2, do you remember the part where she screams, "This is Soren's ship" at the crew? It's really cringe, and I think you gotta play it for people to see.
You have to help me out. Do you have any idea where that is?
I think that's in the first half of episode 2. It's an early scene in that episode where I think it's about the same time that we see Quan like properly for the first time in her big little conversation where she yells at
her big little
Soren's
conversation.
son. Well, do you remember? She yells at Soren's son, who is clinging to the belief that his dad is okay after going missing, and she just screams he's not coming back, and it's like, wow, you're mean, aren't you?
Yeah,
It's
you're a
just
jerk.
like it's so cringe, like the whole sequence and everything to do with that subplot, because Do you remember like how they had the old timey weapons as well? They're not like futuristic weapons. They're like pump action or
Yeah.
like what's the thing with where that like you know like in
Everyone
like
wants to
Western
be
movies?
Lever
Firefly.
action.
Everyone
Yeah,
wants to be
lever
Firefly.
Oh, this whole chase! You should show the clip where
The
Quan
guy's
in
just
that chase
floating
actually.
Where she
outside.
takes
Yeah.
it down.
I don't even. This thing. I don't remember these parts as well as the others. Like, so I can't remember where everything
That's
is.
the thing.
Because nothing happens.
I
Because they're
remember
boring and
this whole
cringe.
scene. What I remember of it is that everyone's looking around to capture Quan, and then this guy looks outside, and one of them is just in space. And they're like,
Yeah,
wait,
he got her in
what?
there.
I'm
And then
pretty
the
sure
way
that's
that-
just what happens. They don't show how that happens at all.
No, we're just
No, they
concluding
rely
she
on
did
not
some,
showing it because they have no idea either.
She did some sick close quarters combat moves and got him out there. And then this
She's
guy,
a warrior
through the
now.
wall.
Quan is like a ninja
Remember-
warrior now.
this guy who's looking now, he gets stabbed in the head with the thing she ripped out of her ear.
Yeah,
Like,
she
that's-
stabs him
And
in
why
the
would they
temple with
put
a
them
meat
in their
thermometer.
ears? So fucking dumb.
Yeah. And by
Like,
the way,
just boom, dead.
the only reason Quan and consequently the wife Lyra managed to find out that Soren's been betrayed is because that guy she just stabbed just decided to tell her, "Hey, look, all right, Soren got betrayed, so give it up." Like that's
How
how
did
she
you know
knows.
that? Oh wow.
Yeah, it's really bad. This whole chase scene was weird. There was a guy with like Assassin's Creed
she's that
parkour
chosen
skills.
one.
There was, yeah, he
This
went over
is-
the railings and everything. He chased her.
And this
He
is
was
what
jumping around.
Was that the one that
this
ended
is
up
what
in
like
space?
40% of the show.
I think he ended up in space. The guy doing the sick parkour moves because the other guys weren't as good at parkour.
You
as he
say it
was.
so matter of factly.
It's done
But
now.
this is all madness.
Look at this shot, right? And it's like these two guys are looking for it. Then one of them, we just see him looking around until he spots the other one's ended up in space. It's so funny. And I think they wanted us to
That
be
is
like,
what
"Oh,
happened."
she got him." And you're like, "How? What could
Mhm.
possibly have happened?"
You
This
didn't
is
show
one of the
us 'cause
parts
you
I
didn't
kept-
know either.
This is one of the parts I kept rewinding because I was just like, did I miss something? Did I miss a shot where, what's her name? Quan, like, shoved him into an airlock or something? But then I
Oh,
slowly realized, like, oh no, it's just shit. Like,
It's just shit.
It's meant to be cool.
It's-
It's meant to be cool.
it's just
that she did it
poorly
off
put
screen.
together and written. Yeah.
Yeah,
He just
there's a
went
reason
outside to
why
look
they
for her.
didn't show it because you can't show that
Well,
and
the
have
thing
it like
is,
make
Rags,
sense.
You say that, but they show lots of scenes of Quan throwing people who are obviously on wires because she's a very small lady.
Oh yes,
and
they do
throwing
that.
all these big men.
It's
off, like,
it's very much in this
shooting.
show. What's the big
there
the big
it
ginger
is. You
Spartan
found
chick?
it, her screaming. Riz.
You
Because
already
the other-
tell this lady
Well,
is-
actually, both of them, both of the female Spartans are like
They're
they're
big
tall,
ladies.
they're pretty
Big
buff.
ladies.
You'd be like, yeah,
Yeah.
I could believe they could beat the shit out of someone. They're tall, they're strong, they're clearly like they look the part. Quan is this little twig lady,
And so is
and
Perez
there's
as well. Perez is a very
Yeah.
small lady.
Perez is very skinny. I guess because it's on my mind, it was very distracting throughout the show because we're talking about women here, and I don't want to be that guy. It's very distracting how female heavy the armed forces is in this show, where it's
Oh,
like
where else
half
is
the
that guy?
military is women.
Retarded.
It's
John Halo is not
legitimately
going to invite
distracting.
men to his harem.
Those ladies, they could do better. All right,
And
But,
there's not a single shower scene, Starship Troopers style. So
There
what's
isn't.
going on? Hmm?
It's. I mean, like, there's got to be. I mean, there
They've
must
got a
be
shower
showers
at
for
some
men.
point. Yeah.
There's probably showers for men in the military. I would assume, but it seems like the military is like bizarrely, like half women. And when you see it, you can't unsee it because, like on Reach, when
It's like fucking
Keys is
75%.
when Keys is giving his speech about where his shitty speech about we're gonna defend Reach, and it shows all like the soldiers. I'm like, this is weird how many short little ladies are in the military. There's like, it's so bizarre when you see it.
They could make a point of it if like
Bit of a
The-
reach.
the recruiting stock is just dried out from them losing so many men in the war, but of course they're never going to make that point that like at the tail end of the war it would just be the women left.
Right.
I mean,
It
but-
is,
To me, Quan is like fetch. They keep trying to make her happen, and it's just not
It's
happening.
just not
And it's
They keep trying to
and
make
s-
Quan happen.
Well, it's like
Yeah.
we mentioned
And-
before, but they killed the plot that she had in season 1 to pivot it completely in season 2 to like, this isn't my life. But I guess I'm going
Yeah,
to be
well-
embroiled in the Soren subplot for a bit.
In season 2, whenever Quan shows up, it's like they expect the audience to be like, "Oh shit, it's Quan. They're now. Quan's gonna some shit
Quan's
up." And it's
back,
just
yeah,
like
she's
nobody really cares.
She's a ninja warrior.
What happens is
Yeah.
the resolution of the subplot is basically they try to escape from the space station, but they fail, and then Soren's wife gets captured, and Quan comes back and does like some Assassin's Creed like ninja stuff and basically kills everybody with a little knife.
That's episode
It's
3,
it's a
right?
conspicuously small knife.
Yeah, episode 3. That's episode
I think
3.
literally the pocket knife I have on me is bigger than the knife that she uses. It's
Well,
it's
she
very
can't fit a
strange.
bigger knife in her hands. She's too small.
It'd be too heavy. Yeah, she needs a tiny thing for a
I
little
like
little
the
lady
part where they were
hands.
trying to be inconspicuous, but she's wearing a big blonde wig the whole time that she could have taken
Mhm.
off at any point.
That's right.
That was great.
It is weird.
Decided to keep wearing it instead of changing her appearance more dramatically.
Her
Especially
weird
since-
wig matches her weird face. So when she takes off the wig, it's like, well, now it's almost weirder. Now you're less
What?
matching in an odd sort of way.
It is so weird that they have like lever action weapons in this show. It's so weird.
Because it's
They gotta-
Firefly, Expanse, Firefly.
Yeah, it's just
Because
whatever
Firefly.
the prop master had that day, I guess.
Yeah, it's like the
I guess that is
Starfield
what-
Cowboys.
I
It's the
no,
same
it's
thing.
not even Firefly, because Firefly did it all on purpose.
Yeah,
Well, that's what
exactly.
Rax's
There
point
was
is, I think.
Well, yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Yeah,
Okay.
there was a reason for it then, but
remember
here
then.
it's
Yeah.
just like it's just
And
like
really-
spacey, whatever.
The only reason that this exists is to perpetuate another subplot that allows Soren and his wife to be prominent, which is that their son gets abducted by the UNSC to become a Spartan. Which talk about what are the odds of that? That a former Spartan who escaped, his son then gets captured on a transport and gets recruited to become a Spartan. So that's like a thing that can occupy their time for the rest of the season.
Was it ever implied that they picked his son because he would have had the same genes his dad had?
I don't know that we get
I
any
don't
explicit
remember.
reference for
Yes.
that. I think we can conclude it was just bad luck.
Okay.
So can
Yeah, I
we
know, right?
quickly talk about this bizarre
Okay.
moment that happens with Quan?
Yeah, please.
Be more specific, Muller.
Yeah,
Which
there's
one
a-
do you mean?
there's one of those.
Which bizarre moment with Quan? are
The
you
one on
referring to?
screen, Rags. How can I be more specific than that? So just recognize what's happening here. She's killed a bunch of people to free up Blondie, and she's got a knife in her right hand.
She's got blood on her face.
She's
She
looking
looks like a psycho
unhinged.
killer.
Suddenly, this girl is behind them. She's one of the kidnappy people. I don't know how she managed to evade Quan in this whole sequence, but Quan immediately goes, "I'm going to get you." And some weird movements happen where she looks. It looks here. It's like, oh, she's putting a knife to the girl's throat as like a threat, I guess. Like, no, Quan has stabbed her. You're like, huh?
No, I can. If someone's stabbed, I can't see the knife.
Well, you can see the trickery that they did there. They had to do something with the visual effects to make the knife kind of like reorient in a different way because it doesn't line up with the actual action that took place there.
But isn't
You see
one
what
of
I mean?
the
Like, doesn't that look
yeah? But
weird?
oh yeah, the visual effects. You see
It's
it like
so
slide.
weird.
It clips into her. It's like the
Mhm.
games. They added the clipping from the games.
well,
This
yeah,
is a
that-
reference. This is a game
That's
reference.
not even the only time that happens. When John Halo was fighting the Elite in that one take, his arm clips through the Elite's arm.
And this
Wait,
this
wait,
was a particularly vile character too, one that you're set up to want to watch get
Quan?
brutally murdered.
Yes.
Yes.
The other lady.
Oh,
No, the other
okay.
lady.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
just making sure.
I should have been more specific. Sorry, I just can't remember any of their names.
In case you
What's
thought I was
really,
talking
um,
about Quan.
What's
It's
really
so-
weird about this knife blunder is that isn't one of like the oldest, most famous movie props in history. The knife that when you press it, the blade
Slidey
goes,
one.
the fake blade goes into the
Mhm.
handle, and it looks like it's going into things.
That's
So
why you have
could've
such a
just
small
bought-
knife.
You could have just built like a little bitty. You got
She's
one of those
clearly
little prop knives.
Holding
Yeah.
a
Stab
gun,
someone
right?
with
Like
it.
this is just unless I'm missing something, this
Mhm.
just feels like a bad take, and they need to do it again. She's holding a gun.
No.
Quan grabs the gun with her hand. The other hand has a knife in it, and they do the motion of "I've stabbed you now," but we can clearly see the knife is not in her. Even the girl is doing the motion of "Oh, I've been stabbed."
Oh no! Ow!
But then it's
They-
like,
they-
and then Quan actually gets her with her knife.
Find the.
They
Oh,
prominently
yeah.
show her with that gun too. Like every scene that this woman is in, she has that f***ing lever
That's
action
right.
gun.
Yeah, so it's
And-
just like this is what happened here, and it's like they filmed it and everyone agreed, like we're good.
Where this
And
is
then
fine.
when they, when they
They'll
actually
fix it
went
in the
to
dungeon.
visual effects, they were like, wait, we're not good. Oh shit! All right, well, you see how like when Quan's arm moves up, the blade disappears so that it can be reoriented in a way that actually makes the shot work.
Yeah, then it's up to
Really
the
bad.
actors. Just sell it. Just go. Like,
And
people will believe it.
And by the way, you might be thinking, wait, so why is this plot happening? It's like, well, the thing is Soren's crew sold him out because they cut a deal with some lady on the rubble to like make more money, and then she can be in charge, and that's like the plot. And it's like, huh, what's that got to do with the aliens? What's that got to do with?
Why do they
this
care about who's
existential
in
threat to
charge?
humanity? Who cares
Yeah,
if
like
someone's in the rubble if everybody's
Does that
gonna
ever
get
come up
killed?
again?
Humanity.
Oh,
But there's
No, it's-
there's never any of that aspect of everyone pooling together to unite to fight for the survival of the human race. It's all like I want to be in charge of this shitty asteroid. Like, no, I want to be in charge. And I'm like, I don't care. The aliens are coming, guys.
Yeah.
This is like the Game of Thrones thing.
You could look down and answer a text message and look back up and be in a completely different show in this season. It's just so all over the place.
Weird, isn't it? Like to go from that to John Halo stalking Corporal Perez to her house to confront her about the lies.
Him going
that she
to
told
Blade
Max.
Runner. Yeah, the cyberpunk.
And then going to the strip
Blade
club.
Runner, yeah, to talk to,
We need to
you gotta-
we gotta
we
get
gotta
into
show it,
that.
Yeah,
Oh.
we gotta show it. We gotta show John Halo going to the escort, the hologram escort lady who looks like Cortana.
He
to talk
doesn't
about
just
his feelings.
he doesn't just do that. He's a regular of this strip club.
He is
He's
a
done
regular.
it before. He has
That's
a
right.
favorite
Truly a
strip club.
John.
Master
Parangosky
Chief,
was
John
so
117.
familiar that she followed him to the elevator because she knew that's where he was going to talk to fake Cortana about his feelings.
That's episode 1, right?
Yes,
To talk
that's
about
at the
his
end of
feelings.
episode 1. At the
I
end
guess
of
that's-
episode 1.
God.
I guess it's an accurate depiction of a soldier to show them going to their favorite strip club.
It's just like he goes there to talk to a hologram Cortana, fake Cortana, like, I miss you, Cortana. I don't know what it is, but I'm sad that you're gone. It's like, what are we doing?
No, wrong
What
strip
the-
club.
No, it's funny. I was stuck on
Yeah.
AB repeat. I kept trying to drag it. I was like, why is it taking me back to the fucking writing? I completely forgot how Sophie LC works. But yes, this part was particularly strange, going to a strip club to see Cortana. I don't know that they understand their fan base whatsoever.
Isn't that what you were thinking about when you were running through the library? Is I wonder what Master Chief's favorite
Wonder what he
titty bar
jerks off
is.
to.
Yeah.
I think hopefully
What's
we
his
get that
favorite?
answered.
What's his
Oh,
fetish?
Probably is this.
Well, good thing they adapted that.
Internet.
This is the detail that we always wanted to see as Halo fans.
Exactly.
If
It's so
this isn't in
crazy.
the next game, I am going to write an email to someone.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, you just listened to a segment of the podcast Every Frame a Pause, or EFAP. Hosted by YouTubers Mauler, Rags, and Fringy, and joined by a cycling variety of guests across the internet, they critically analyze media with exhaustive detail while pausing at every single frame. Subscribe to the EFAP channel and catch new episodes on Saturdays, as well as catch their smaller videos reacting to the latest and not so greatest movies and TV shows throughout the week. You can also subscribe here to EFAP highlights for the latest shorts, clips, and supercuts, also uploaded throughout the week. Links to all the relevant channels can be found in the description section below, as well as links to their communities on Reddit and Discord. Thanks for watching.